of rootless voicings that we're going to learn for the final and possibly for quiz 4. I'm not sure yet about the quiz 4, to be honest. There might be a chance we just don't do a quiz 4. We'll see. But rootless type B is the easiest, and here's why. In rootless type B, which is what we have on 52, you start off with your triad with the root, and then you remove the root by going down to the 7th of the chord. So if it's a C with a major 7, and you're playing a chord without the root on one of the hands, you take the C out of there and you just go down by half step. And that is 7-3-5. That's type B rootless voicing on page 52. So this is for C major 7. Now let's say that we're looking for like a E flat major 7. Here's E flat major. We would take the root down by half step, and now we have a E flat major 7 that is rootless on the right hand. Now let's try, for instance, a C minor with a flat 7. I'll give you a second to figure it out. Here's C minor. I'm going to take the root out and bring it down to a flat 7. And this is a C minor rootless of type B. So type B, on page 52, the rootless, the R went away, which makes it even more fun, is a rootless voicing type B. You have the 7 on the bottom, the 3 in the middle, and the 5 on the top, right? So you can always start by looking at like, let's say we want to have a A7. You can start with the triad, and then you're going to take the root down and look for the 7. I said A7. I didn't say A major 7. If I said A major 7, it would be here. A7 is here. Now find for me a B flat minor 7. Okay, here, let's see. Here's B flat major, B flat minor. Now we want a B flat minor 7. So I do not say B flat minor major 7, right? B flat major, B flat minor major 7 would be here. B flat minor 7 is here, a whole step below, right? So if your rootless is asking for a major 7, you take your triad and you take your root and you bring it down by half step. So major 7, take the root down half step. Lowered 7, take your root down by a whole step. The quality of the triad doesn't matter. What you're going to do for rootless type B is always just move your root down to find either half step below for major, whole step below for flat. Now let's say that we're doing a fully diminished chord. Here's the G diminished, major 7, flat 7, diminished 7. Make sense? Any questions? And on the same page, but this one has an R, so here we had a rootless, and time to think about a rootless. So this is a little trickier to find. And also because Carmen wrote it wrong. Oh, that makes it really much trickier, doesn't it? Because the order of factors here is that on the bottom you have the 3. In the middle you have the 7, and on the top you have the 9, and bad, Carmen, bad. Clean this up now, guys. Use a writing utensil, even if you have a very good memory. Because otherwise you're going to be so confused. So this is kind of a tricky one to find because you don't have a root, you don't have a 5, and you're adding a 9. That's a lot of stuff, right? So the 9 is the same as the second, but in jazz theory, the 9 is above the 7, you know? So in the example there, C7. For the rootless voice in type A, we need 3 is an E, 7, and 9. The next example that is written there is F7. 3, 7, 7, 9, I mean. The next example that is written there is B flat 7. We need a 3, 7, 9. So this one is going to come up a lot for dominant chords, because I don't know if you've learned this in theory yet or not, but a dominant chord implies a 9. Did you know that? I know. It's really, really fun. The more you get into theory, there's a lot of stuff that you just kind of imply. So if anytime Carmen Tandem sees an E flat 7, I don't play almost anything in this chord at all. At all. I would play kind of this. So there's lots of things you can do, and this is one of the things. Type A, 3, 7, 9. So for E flat, 3, 7, 9 is the same as 2. Let's find one more. A flat 7. 3, 7, 9. I know. It's something else. Now check it out. On page 53, there is a way of doing this that kind of makes it a little easier. So if you're dealing with a 2-5-1, here's your 2-5 and C. You're going to play type B first, followed by type A, followed by type B. Type B, so let's see, in D minor, here's D minor. We need to find type B, so the root goes down by a whole step. G7, we need 3, so my thumb is going to go down to 3 of G, and my 7-9 is already up there. Aha! Fun. So if we do just 2 5s without the 1, we have 2, 5. And then to go to the 1, you go back to type B. So C major 7, because we have here the root goes down a half step. So let's play that together. 4 beats per measure, per chord. In your left hand, you can just play the root. And on the right hand, B type. Going to G7. C major 7. The next example there is in F. So 2-5-1, G minor 7, C7, F major 7. G minor 7 is here. We want type B, so the thumb is going to go down to find the 7th. Then when we get to the C7, the thumb goes down to find the 3rd of C. And that already gives you 3, 7, 9. And then F, 7, 3, 5. Is this clicking? There's a lot of numbers. I get it. There's a lot of numbers. So I wanted to kind of introduce the idea